So, Alfie, I'm sure you remember my damning review of Despicable Mid 4. I got dragged to see it again at the weekend.
Dragged.
Um,
By that you mean you voluntarily were like, I need to go see
yeah,
this bang average film again.
I must review it a second time. So I went again, and my youngest brother loved it. My mum loved it as well. So good for them. But there was one funny scenario that I saw when we went to the toilet on the way in. You know how we are with, if we go to the toilet midway through, then that's
So
a
ruins it,
no-no.
ruins the
Yeah.
experience. Yeah.
So I went to the toilet before we went in, and I heard a bloke discussing with his friend quite loudly his divorce and saying, "Well, I've got the house and I've got the car, so she can't have that." Ooh, like that. Yeah, the urinals. I was like, okay,
Not
that's
not how
that's fine.
divorce works, but okay, mate.
No, no. Um, and then he left the toilet, and I saw him go into the screening of Despicable Me 4. I was like, oh, this is interesting. And then he came out, sort of staggered out, laughing to himself, and then went into the iSense room, which is screen 10, which is where I know they've obviously reserved all those screens for Alien Romulus, which I presume is halfway through the film. And so this man had walked out, then watched a couple minutes of Despicable Me 4, and then gone back into Alien Romulus.
What a weird, like, for a start, I'm not a bit of me spoil it into my review of Alien Romulus later this episode, but it's not a film you can really skip 5 minutes of. So bro's gonna walk back in that screen and not have a clue what's going on.
Hello and welcome back to Movie On Up. It's episode 29 with your hosts, me, Alan Barlow.
And me, Alfie Walker.
Alfie, how are you doing this week?
Yeah, I'm not bad, Adam. We've been working behind the scenes on a groovy little upgrade. So we've got a nice new podcast art. We've got a new logo. We're slowly but surely uploading to YouTube. I've also requested that we get uploaded to Apple Podcasts. So we're making a move, my dude. We're gonna
Nice.
be out there. You watch.
We are expanding rapidly like the Roman Empire.
And then we're gonna fall like the Roman Empire did as well.
Yeah, yeah. I just saw today that Lego has done a collab with Nike. I'm not sure if you've seen this.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but sets or something or other are coming next year. And I thought, you know what? This time next year, who knows? Maybe there'll be Lego Movie On Up sets.
Imagine. For a start, we need to make those figures.
Yeah. We need to pick a brick wall and come up with a studio.
In the studio.
Yeah, it's going to be good. But you've teased that we're doing a bit of a rebrand next week on the
We are
socials.
indeed. We
Tell
are with
us,
new
tell us
logo,
what have we got?
new art.
Logo.
We've got logo art, uploading to new places. We've turned our Instagram and TikToks into business accounts now, so we can get some more stats and
Yes.
hopefully boost our stuff a bit more and get a few more listeners. That's the hope. We're both now in the real adult world, so
Mm,
we're hoping to keep this going. And I mean, yeah, it's hopefully going to go somewhere. That's what we're hoping. So the rebrand will hopefully aid in that.
yeah. So, listeners, thank you very much for your support so far. And if you haven't already, rate the show, give it a follow on the socials, on TikTok, on Instagram. Drop us any questions, drop us suggestions on our email as well. Tell your friends about it as well. All
Yeah, only
helps
rate the
out.
show if it's a good review though. If you're
Yeah.
going to give us 1 star, don't rate the show.
Yeah, guys, if you're going to do a 1.5, please be kind.
Imagine having 0 reviews and then someone leaves a 1 star review. Like, my
Yeah.
God.
You'd rather have unrated than one, wouldn't
Yeah,
you?
for sure.
Hmm.
But yeah, please share, email in all that malarkey. You know what goes on. What are we reviewing today, Adam?
This week, we're doing a bit of an Alien deep dive, I suppose. So I've seen the first two Alien films for the first time this week. Alien from 1979,
1979.
and then, oh gosh, I shouldn't have tried to do the date, should I?
Aliens from 1983.
No, it's later than that. 1986, I think.
Wow, that late is it? My God.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
But that's exciting. Adam's watched these for the first time ever. Two of the most sort of iconic 70s and 80s films you can pick out, really. Both quite different as well.
Mm,
Um, but still got its nice through line. So Adam rewatched those. I also rewatched one and two, but I also went to the cinema and saw Alien Romulus, the brand new release from Fede Alvarez in collab with Ridley Scott. So yeah, I'm going to review that, and we're also going to just have a little chat about Alien, about our history of the franchise, that kind of thing, that kind of thing. But first, I believe we've got some news.
So, news this week. There's one particular headline that I've loved. You sent it to me earlier, but Moon Knight season two.
I thought you were going to say Acolyte season two cancelled,
Oh,
but
well, there's two that have caught my eye then. Moon Knight season
Moonlight
two
season
is on the way, hopefully, and The Acolyte season two is a pipe dream.
cancelled. Yeah.
I mean, which should we discuss first?
Yeah, let's do Moon Knight. You've got your passion on that, so go on, talk
Yeah.
about it.
So I love Moon Knight. I'm sure I've mentioned it a few times. I'm a big fan of Oscar Isaac, and I know the Disney Plus shows and the MCU stuff has been divisive at best, but I really think that Moon Knight is one of the better ones. But in my opinion, for my money, the best one. Probably second is Loki and Hawkeye for me anyway. I love it. I really like it. I think that episode five is just phenomenal. Like it's some of the best MCU moments we've ever had. Just the emotion in it and the design of the character, the acting from Oscar Isaac doing that dual role or triple role at the end. I can't wait to see the third personality come out in season two. And I really think that of all the shows, it deserves a second season, like Loki had, to really flesh it out more. And I think any flaws that people had with that first one, with it being perhaps a bit CGI heavy or rushed at the end, it will all make more sense when there's a second season. And I'm really looking forward to that.
I like that outlook. I do like the idea of giving it a second season, um, particularly to really like expand it. And theoretically, you could close it. They might not do a season three, but like closing his arc, and then that makes him available to sort of pop up in other stuff, which I
Mm.
think would be a nice and sensible move.
Yeah, totally. I think along the same lines as well, they're in two minds about doing a Miss Marvel season two as well. I'm pretty sure,
Really? Okay.
which I'm less excited about. I thought the first season was messy. It felt a little bit cheap, but you can't deny the casting. I thought Iman Vellani
Mm,
is phenomenal as that character. I mean, I would say same for Tatiana Maslany as She-Hulk, actually. I really like the casting for both of those. So it's a shame that their seasons around them weren't the best. But I
mm,
think, yeah, if you've got that strong basis, if you've got the actual core character done well, then the MCU can more than happily just pick them up and drop them into an Avengers film, and I think
exactly.
they'd be a
Yeah.
scene stealer. So yeah.
Speaking
Um,
of bad fan reaction to TV shows, The Acolyte
yes.
season two has been officially cancelled.
I mean, this is
No
a
one is shocked.
surprise. Yeah, this is a surprise to no one. I mean, there's a part of me that's almost a bit sad about it because I kind of would have loved another season two. Like, I think
Yeah.
it feels harsh and it feels embarrassing for Disney. I know they probably don't really care. They've got enough money to
Well,
do this till
apparently
they.
they've wiped all merchandise from it away from their
Mm,
website as well. They've taken down all the merch, which is a
yeah,
crazy move.
yeah. I've seen some tweets saying, kind of theorizing that they might take the whole show off of the streaming channel like they did with Willow.
Yeah, that's wild.
That would really be admitting defeat. I really don't think they should do that. But I mean, for Star Wars as well, already the press around it is bad. I think if they then took it
Can
off
you
the streaming
imagine?
platform, it'd be
Wow, can you imagine them doing that?
it'd be
That's
insane.
unheard of. Like people said that about Game of Thrones season 7 and 8. People said like, please remake season 8, please, and they're not going to. It's too much money. But that if they genuinely just go, it doesn't exist, give in to all that hate. As much as I didn't like the Acolyte, that is a wild stand to take on it.
Absolutely. I don't know. Do we give Leslie Headland another chance? Probably not. I think save
No.
Camille if nothing else. We had a conversation actually, didn't we, in the week about this because I think it's such a bold and an entitled assumption to presume that
Mm,
any show, Star Wars, Marvel or not, will ever get a season two because you need to prove yourself in the first season. Because I know Game of Thrones, oh no, sorry, Rings of Power has been commissioned for 5 seasons. That was off the bat, right?
yeah.
There's two sides of the coin, right? If you know you've got 5 seasons, then you know that you need to prepare for 5 seasons and you know
Mm,
where to pace things. If you know you've only got one season, then the same thing again. But I think if you're gunning for a second season before you've even made the first one, before you've even seen the audience reactions, which
yeah.
is totally what the Acolyte was doing,
It's
that's
set up for
where,
failure, isn't it? Yeah.
yeah, it's just it's messy and it's so brash to presume that you'll get a second season when you haven't proved yourself or proved anything. And I think the Acolyte, as flawed as it was, sets up some decent stuff. But I mean, is it a show
You
to
think
set things
about,
up? I
yeah.
don't know.
You think about how shows like Breaking Bad, like Game of Thrones, like Lost, all these big, big hit shows, Sopranos, all of them had to do a pilot episode, and that's what sold them the first season. They have
Hmm.
to make one episode, and that has to sell the season, show it to the execs, and then they go, right, cool, we'll give you another 12 episodes. And then after that entire season, so they have two points to prove themselves that they need a season two, or a point
Hmm.
to prove they need season one, point to need this show. Yeah, you've just given a whole season, and in the writing, they've specifically tailored it to we need a season two. It's yeah, it's a baffling stance to take. If I was what's his name, Bob Iger, I'd for start go on a nice holiday, because I'm
Yeah.
mega mega rich.
Yeah.
But I would personally keep it in the canon and do a new TV show, new everything, new directors, new everything like that.
Hmm.
And probably just call it Plagueis. Do you know what I mean? And do a
Hmm.
show about Khmer and Plagueis. You could kill off I can't even remember her name. That's how bad that is. What's the main character's name? The twins?
Osha?
Osha, yeah. So I'd kill off
Yeah.
Osha and May halfway through this season, even earlier,
Off
maybe.
screen. No.
Yeah, genuinely, and give the toxic Star Wars fans what they want. They're dreadful people, but give them Plagueis and Khmer and bring in
Hmm.
Palpatine. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing to hide it. You can't. It's always going to be like it. So they need. I think they need to almost give in a bit. But it's a shame. But
Yeah.
we voiced our opinions on the Acolyte very very loudly, and we weren't fans. So
Hmm. It's a shame because there's, like we say, there are good things in it. But then when you've pumped that amount of money and, what was it, twice the budget of Kenobi, of a legacy character into a show
mm.
from Leslie Hellers who has connections to you know who, like it's a baffling decision. It really is. And like you say, I think the absence of anything like a trial season or a pilot episode, there's nothing like that for audiences to hook onto first. And I think that's something that streaming's removed. Maybe there's that behind the scenes. I'm sure there is for producers and such, but it's odd that there's no filter to stop this sort of mistake from happening. But as I say, The Acolyte, we're not fans of it, but we can see some merits. Is it harsh to cancel a second season? I think so. If they just had some chats behind the scenes, they probably could have salvaged it. But I think the fact that they've now cancelled it is just really definitive. That's a big full stop there.
My main problem is the giving in to the toxic fans. Like
Mm,
there's so much misogyny. The actor who played May and Osha got loads of hate on her Instagram.
yeah.
She's like deleted her account. Like it's the Kerry Man Trent thing all over again with sorry, I've forgotten her name from Last Jedi.
Rose?
Rose, that's it. Yeah, so
Mm,
like she got all that hate, and even Daisy Ridley got hate, even John Boyega got hate. Like it's
mm,
giving into the toxic fan base, and that's my main thing that I don't like about it. It's giving into them, and it's giving them what they want. People want it
mm.
cancelled, and they're going, "Yeah, let's cancel it." Like,
And then on the other side of that, I saw a few tweets today that were genuinely heartbroken that there's not a season two, and there's a petition with about 8,000 signatures on it or something, which I mean is that means nothing to anyone, does it? But still, there's demand there from a vocal group as well. A tweet that I thought was definitely designed to get engagement, but there was someone that said the Star Wars creators have made their thoughts clear. They don't want people of color and women in the
yeah,
franchise. And I'm
I
like,
saw
whoa, whoa,
this as
whoa.
well.
No, no. Like, I think that's a really bad mindset because they've now tribalized the whole franchise as if it wasn't already like that. There's now, from
Mm,
both sides, people are throwing stones. And it's a bit like, no, no, guys,
they
just
come as
hang
bad as
on.
each other.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like breathe. No one's saying that. Like, that's not the issue. The diversity is not the issue. Let's be very, very clear about that. Yeah, it's such a mess.
yeah.
I
I
I
saw
don't know.
someone comparing it to Willow, because Willow's super diverse and
Hmm.
um very forward thinking with its casting and its characters, and Willow got wiped, and people were by no mean endorsing it. I don't know the back behind the scenes. Maybe something will come out, but
Hmm.
yeah, I saw the exact same tweet saying that there's an awful lot of talk on on that opinion, which is a weird one. On lighter note, Gentleman 2 got a season.
Hmm.
Gentleman got season 2 confirmed. A show that I never even finished. I don't think you did either.
No, I got halfway through episode one, was enjoying it, and then I had to go out, and I never came back to it.
Yeah, I
Maybe
mean,
I
if a
should maybe I
show
should pick it
doesn't
up.
grab your attention, I would like to pick it up. I might pick it up. It got a fair few good reviews, I think, but nothing as good as the film. The film is phenomenal, but
Hmm.
yeah, that's got season 2. What other news have we got, Adam?
We've got some information about Phil Lord and Christopher Miller's contract with Sony. It's been revealed that's not expected to be renewed. So the studio and the duo have apparently endured a heated fight over the budget of the Spider Noir series, which is starring Nicolas Cage. The duo were also set to reboot Spider-Man for television, but again, they've had these creative arguments or misalignments, I suppose, behind the scenes,
I
which
do
is,
wonder if Lord and Miller, that's quite a common thing with them, isn't it?
mm,
So I'm wondering if their hard work more than anything.
yeah,
Like,
possibly. I think they've done phenomenal work in animation with the Lego Movie, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, Spider-Verse, and
I
like
mean,
working
that's all of
comedy
their
as well.
projects there, right? Those both of those projects they left because of creative differences, right? And
Yeah,
the
I
Han
mean, they stepped
Solo.
away from the Lego movies. They stepped away. Yeah, Solo they dropped, didn't they? Yeah, it's weird because I think they're both brilliant. They're some of the best
Mm.
comedic creative talent in Hollywood at the moment. Perhaps they have quite specific ideas um, that I suppose don't always align with what the studio wants. But yeah, it's hard to say which one was at fault there. But that's just an interesting point to bring up. What else? A lovely little quote here, quite a self-deprecating one from Mr. Harrison Ford. This is apparently why he joined the MCU. He said he had watched other actors, brilliant actors, have a wonderful time, and he said, although he's not a brilliant actor, he thought he might have a good time, which I think is so wholesome.
I love him. Like as much as he comes off as a bit brash and a bit arsey, I think deep down he's actually quite humble, and you could see that from like the Indiana Jones 5 marketing and stuff like that. But I think he's lovely, man. I think that's such a sweet quote.
Yeah, for sure. He's such a legend, isn't he? He got his he was made a Disney legend, I
Disney
think it is.
legend, yeah,
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 and he
that
had
was
to like
cool. I
shake the
saw
hand
him.
of Mickey Mouse, which I'm like, that's brilliant. I bet he hated that.
They should have made him shake the hand of someone in Harrison Ford cosplay
Yeah.
in Han Solo cosplay.
Just a million Han Solos. He has to shake hands with every single one of them.
They should have got what's his name? The guy who played
Alden Ehrenreich,
Harrison Ford.
yeah.
Yeah. Eldon Ehrenreich to shake his hand.
Doing an impression of him as well. Other quick MCU news as well. Robert Downey Jr. has confirmed he's playing the Victor Von Doom version of Doctor Doom, which is seems like it doesn't really need to be said, but I suppose people were thinking it was going to be a Tony Stark variant, and that's been
I
put to
think they'll
bed.
still play on the looks. I don't think they
Yeah,
can do a film and not address that he doesn't look like Tony Stark. But yeah,
yeah. Weird headline here that made me laugh. Chick-fil-A is moving into the entertainment space apparently, and is planning to launch a slate of TV shows for its own streaming platform.
I'm guessing it's going to be called
Oh,
Chick Flicks. That would be my
Chick
guess.
flicks is a great idea. Yeah, and it's old. It's like Bridesmaids. It's Legally Blonde,
Yeah.
Mean Girls.
What a weird bit of news, but okay, Chick-fil-A. Like
I mean, what? I don't know what to say about that. What fast food brand would you like to see get their own streaming platform?
um trying to think what ones we how about one just like the shitty Chinese takeaway at the end of your high street? Why don't they start doing a streaming service?
At this point,
Mr. Woo's Plus or whatever.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Rice to Meet You, the the film or something. I don't know. Um, I'd love to see like Subway get a. I feel like they come up with some really streamlined.
Honestly, if I had
And
to guess about which
the
other
runtime would
brand
be
would, I'd say them.
either 6 minutes or 12 minutes long for each episode. What a stupid joke. Cut
Very
that.
good.
Cut that.
They'd have two categories. They'd have six. They'd have 6 inch. They'd have 6 inch films or 12 inch films in the
Mm.
categories, and you can pick what one you are.
Or maybe if you put it on the TV, you'd be like, "Is our TV broken?" Oh no, wait, we're watching the 6 inch cut where it's just it's all framed to be 6 inches on any screen. Got to sit really close to the TV. Um, there we are. Do you want to hear some Joker info? Some
Yeah,
Joker
go
2?
for it.
So this is, I don't know if this is from Todd Phillips, but it's from Variety, I'm pretty sure. Just some information about the film because let's be honest, the trailers reveal nothing. So skip
Mm.
forward a minute if you don't want to hear any of this. It takes place 2 years after the first film. Arthur Fleck is apparently facing the death penalty. Most of the musical numbers are just dialogue that exists in the minds of Joker and Harley, apparently. And it opens with a Looney Tunes inspired cartoon starring the Joker.
Some quite interesting little things there, to be honest. And I like the idea of them saying all these songs are in their mind because I think that was a worry on everyone's thing was, oh my God,
Mm.
are these actually going to be sort of in the world in the film? But no, no, it's interesting. I had the trailer for it before seeing Romulus last night,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I thought it looks great. Like on the big screen, it was cool with the music. They're like really big. I don't really know the song, but it's that sort of Frank Sinatra vibe, isn't it, with the music and stuff? And
Mm.
it's really big on the screen with them dancing, and it's got me quite excited for it, to be honest. I'm quite looking
It's
forward
only
to it.
what, 2 months away? That's really crept
Yeah,
up.
yeah, really, really crept up, isn't it? This year is
Mad.
flying by, mate.
Yeah, it has. Crazy. It feels like we've only just entered May, but no, we're at the end of August practically.
Nearly Christmas.
Hmm, mental. Finally, for the news section before we get into reviews, I wanted to talk about this. Forgive me if I've already mentioned it briefly, but there's a new video game coming out next month called Funko Fusion. Have you heard of this?
Not a clue.
So Funko Pops are these collectible figures. I know you've got a few of like ET and stuff. I've
I
got
do.
more than I care to admit on this podcast. Too many. But basically there's a video game coming out, very Lego Dimensions inspired. It looks like a Toys to Life game, but it isn't. I believe all the characters are already in the game, although you can buy some of the figures.
Hmm.
So I've got the Sergeant Angel from Hot Fuzz. That's on order. That's going to arrive next month. I'm looking forward to that. But I just wanted to break down this game. Looks quite interesting. So it's apparently a third person shooter, which is obviously it's an animated, very cartoony game. There's no voiceover in it. I think it's just murmurs because the Funko Pops don't have mouths in their character design. But this is the weird thing. So you'd think that while Funkos are collected by adults, you would think that a video game of this quite cartoony, almost childish looking nature would be for kids. But it looks to be very gory. There's blood in it, and there's also swear words. Like I've seen the F-bomb in captions and things. And I can't work out who it's for because here are some of the brands that are involved in this game, right? I think they're all from Universal. I could be wrong. But you've got Megan, Battlestar Galactica, The Umbrella Academy, Chucky, The Thing, Jaws, Hot Fuzz, Five Nights at Freddy's, Knight Rider, Nope. What a niche. Like Nope only came out 2 years.
Yeah.
Invincible, Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Phenomenal. Back to the Future, The Mummy, Xena, the Warrior Princess. I'm not sure what that is. Voltron, Shaun of the Dead, Jurassic Park, and Jurassic World.
Yeah, what a
Half of them are horror
what
movies, and I can't work
interesting.
out who this
Yeah.
is aimed at. It's an interesting one, yeah.
It sounds a bit like I'm trying to find the game now, to be honest, but I can't remember. Sounds a bit like there was this PlayStation 2 game where you were like a teddy bear and you used to go around killing. Um, and it's giving that kind of vibes where it's like a cute naughty bear. That's it, naughty bear. It was like a PlayStation 3 game. But yeah, it was like a similar vibe where it's like a cute bear and they were fluffy and cuddly, but then
Hmm.
you went around murdering people and shooting people up. So
That's
what a
really odd.
weird, yeah, concept.
Hmm. I don't know where the overlap is for the audience. I don't know if it's going to do very well, if I'm honest. And I've also heard from early reviews that the game is quite tricky. Like you've got to be quite good at third-person shooters to do well, otherwise you just keep dying and you have to keep respawning and stuff.
I'm
So,
guessing it's aimed at 15-year-olds, the age rating 15. That would
hmm,
be my guess because they're not too severe of horror characters, but they're definitely an older than 12A. So yeah, I'd imagine around the angsty teenagers, that's who's going to be buying it.
probably 15 to 25, I guess.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Weird.
Interesting one. I'll probably buy it, but yeah, pretty sure that comes out next month, and it's called Funko Fusion. So go and check that out.
So now we're going to be talking about aliens. Not the films. We're just going to, in general, chat about our beliefs, and we're now a spiritual podcast.
Yeah.
Um, no, so the franchise Alien, obviously the brand new one, Alien Romulus, which I went and saw, and but Adam and myself included also caught Alien One and Two over the past couple of days. Adam, have you seen before you watched them a couple of days ago? Had you seen any of the Alien films?
I actually had not. It's been on my watch list for ages, and I think, as we know, as has been discussed and ridiculed on this podcast, I'm not naturally one to take to horror, right? But I think there's a weird niche in horror films where I kind of can deal with serial killer characters and things like Scream, even though again I haven't seen them, but I imagine I would be fine with that. And I can do thrillers and stuff like that. I love Zodiac, it's one of my favorite films. But I think there's a niche in there between supernatural, which I can't stand. Anything like ghosts, absolutely not. But aliens, I think even though it in a way is less fictional in my mind, like it
Mm.
is more plausible than other stuff, if that makes sense.
No, absolutely. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I kind of get along better with that, even though I think aliens, the design of that creature is just really fascinating. Like when it shows up, there's a few jump scares in those films, but it's not anything too bad. Like I'd still say they're a horror film, but I think the
Yeah.
fact that they're aged as well definitely made it more approachable.
With that first one
Yeah.
especially. Yeah, yeah. I'd say that sort of similar vein is Jaws, where people do
Mm.
class them as horrors, but in my eyes, they're only very slightly teetering on it. And yeah, so you watched Alien and then Aliens, didn't you? So Alien 1979, and then Aliens is, yeah, you're right, 1986. And then there is also Alien 3 from 1992. We've got Alien Resurrection from 1997, Alien vs Predator, Alien vs Predator 2. Then we had Prometheus, then we had Alien Covenant, and then brand new Alien Romulus. And on the Wikipedia here, right, I'll bring this to your attention. It says the original series lists the film.
Mm.
Then it has Alien vs Predator films, lists them, Prometheus films, blah, blah, blah. And then there's a new term called interquel. So I guess when it's a sequel, but it's in between previous films. And it says interquel film Alien Romulus. One interesting term, eh?
Yeah, that's weird.
That's a new one on me. I've not heard interquel before.
I'd love to apply that to Star Wars and see how the heck they managed to
Yeah.
explain
Well,
that.
yeah, like that's Rogue One, a kind of, right? Yeah, because we have
Yeah.
Revenge of the Sith, New Hope, and then Rogue One is an interquel.
Oh my God. Yeah, do that with the Saw franchise as well.
Yeah.
Good luck mapping that out. I quite like that.
um, it's a nice little term. Give us your opinion on the two Alien films you watched, so Alien and Aliens.
Sure. So I'll start with Alien. I watched this, I think it was Monday night. I wanted to watch it at night time. I started it at about 11 p.m. because I wanted to get the sort of spooky vibes. And I had a couple snacks with me. I
Mm.
had a nice hot drink to keep me warm in the cold vacuum of space. And you know what? I had a really good time. I thought it was lots of fun. It has a decent amount of tension. You know what? A weird comparison I actually found myself making when I was watching it was I thought it had a very similar energy to Mission Impossible 1. And I think it's because it's got a very sterile environment, like that room where Tom Cruise is dangling through and is stealing like the list. It reminded me a lot of that with the ship, and that's especially that sort of the mother design of that computer room. The whole environment of it, it's very small scale, it's tight, it's very lean,
It's so
and
linear, isn't it? It's just, yeah, one streamline. Like there's no spin-off plots or anything.
I really liked how simple it was, but I thought the core characters were great. I sort of love every decision that Ridley Scott made with this. And I, on the whole, enjoy his filmmaking. I think Gladiator's fantastic, probably my top 10 films. And like I really like The Martian that he did in the last decade as
You've
well.
seen Blade Runner. That's him as well, isn't it?
Oh, no, it's another one I need to get onto. Again, that is on my list. I've got my
Yeah, if
whiteboard
you
written over
like
there.
this, you'll love Blade Runner.
I've
Yeah, if
got
you
Blade
liked
Runner,
Alien.
I've got Shawshank, I've got The Godfather. I shouldn't be doing a film podcast. What am I doing? It's absolutely blasphemic. But yeah, I need to get through these, and I will. Don't worry. I think it's quite an interesting position to be in though, because I do like, as I say, I'm up to date with everything that's coming out now. Like, you ask me in 20 years' time what the classics are from this period, I'll be like,
Yeah,
I'm on it.
holdovers, challenges.
Yeah. You haven't seen Dune Part 2. That's like that was revolutionary. I'm gonna be so nerdy when I'm older. But right now,
I
I'm
do
like a
kind of envy
baby.
you because it's a really cool position to be in that you can go experience these films for the first time. Like
Yeah,
all
that's
of those
true.
films I've seen as I was growing up. So when I watch them now, I know what's happening. But getting to watch Alien and Aliens and yeah, you're going to get to go watch a Godfather trilogy and stuff like
Mm,
that and Shawshank. That's going to be so cool for you. Like it's great.
yeah. It's exciting. Like all the Tarantinos, it's my mission before the end of this year to get through all of them. And in fact,
Yeah.
I've booked to see Pulp Fiction for the first time Monday evening coming up. So
Cinema.
yeah, next week I'm going to
Oh
talk
my
about
day.
that.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
I've never seen it in the cinema.
I've had it
That would be
booked in for about a
so
month now,
good.
so I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, it'll be good.
That could not be a more perfect place to watch it. My God, that is so cool. You're
Yeah.
gonna love that.
And then after that, I think this weekend I'll try and catch Reservoir Dogs because I think it's on Prime, so I'm going to watch that
Yeah.
as well. But yeah, anyway, first Alien, I really enjoyed it. I think on Letterboxd I took straight to it. I gave it 4 stars. Some people will probably be like, "What? It's not a 5-star film. What are you talking about?" Purely because I actually found myself not being all that threatened by it, which
Mm.
for someone who doesn't like horror, it's kind of a nice thing. But I was kind of like, I went to bed straight after it and I wasn't scared at all. I don't take that away from the film necessarily. I just think that's what my perception of the movie was. But I love every part of it. I think the set design's brilliant. The cast is excellent. Sigourney Weaver is fantastic
Yeah,
in both
great.
these movies. She is an icon and one of the you can tell. I mean, it's been said a million times, but she's one of the best action heroines of all time. And it's funny because I know my connection to Sigourney Weaver in my mind, and if I think of her, I think of Avatar first, which is horrendous. I hate that. Not that I don't, I like the Avatar films for what they are, but I wish it wasn't my default there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But there we are. That's just an age thing, I guess. But yeah, I think she's fantastic in this film. I also really like, is Ian Holm? Is that the actor's
Yeah,
name?
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's the Bilbo Baggins, yeah.
Yeah, I was praying that he'd do that. Like, "Ah, can I see my ring for one last time?" Yeah, he's brilliant in this film. And when he
Yeah.
was revealed to be this just disgusting
Yeah,
robot, like
sentient, yeah, artificial
spraying milk
person.
everywhere, what's going on?
Robots powered by hmm?
Yeah, you can fill in the blanks there. Uh, yeah, I enjoyed it overall. I think the chestburster scene was, I mean, it's just vile, isn't it?
It's iconic though, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's so iconic. Like it's been parodied a million times, and it's obviously it's John Hurt, isn't it? I think who's
mm,
in that there, and he's the one who has the chest. And I think Ian Holm and John Hurt are the only two fairly known actors at the time in the film.
mm,
So for Sigourney Weaver and all the rest of them, they're all like they are the only two stars, and obviously John Hurt gets killed off pretty quick. Like
mm.
that's a pretty he's not really in it. He gets his face covered and then he has the chest burster. Like it's quick turnaround, but it's yeah, it's an iconic moment.
Yeah, and the dread that they instill from the face huggers as well, and just the way that conceptually these aliens were thought of. Because I mean, I could be wrong, but this hadn't been done at all before. It was unlike anything anyone had seen. They weren't sure how to get the alien onto the ship because they did a bit of research, and one of the writers just had a dream, like, oh, what if the alien impregnates someone, and that's where the xenomorph comes out of, and they were like, yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah,
Like, because they
it's
had
so
like scripts
class.
bouncing around for a while, and the fact that Ridley Scott was inspired to make this film from Star Wars, and
Yeah,
then
that's what I was about to say. It's so cool.
it's like
There
it,
was the clip of him on the red carpet, wasn't there, the other day,
mm,
saying like he got depressed after watching Star
yeah,
Wars and then went away and made this. Like, dude.
it's really mad. I think that's what I love about it most is I'd happily rewatch this film. I could rewatch it tonight if I wanted to, and I'd get just as much enjoyment out of it. Like I say, yeah, it's aged. It's not terrifying, but I think just the whole design of everything and how well paced it is and how restrained it is and how deliberate it is, it all feels like it's done with so much care and consideration. And although it seems on a very surface level quite a simple film and simple plot. Like there's one twist with the robot, I guess. Although I'm sure there's a part of me that was like, oh, I did think he was a like
Yeah,
I think I
because
was
he's so
somehow
off,
aware of
isn't
that.
he? Yeah, he's so like, I think you can kind of tell straight on, like,
Mm,
this guy's weird. There's something off about him. Like,
yeah, I had a really good time. I thought it was very, very solid. And as you say, the connection of this film in the wider landscape of the history of filmmaking is, I think, what's more fascinating almost,
yeah,
is you can
totally.
see you can see everything afterwards being informed by it, but also how there's links to 2001, to Star Wars, to all of the things that were inspiring Ridley Scott.
It's
So yeah.
really, yeah, it really reminds me of, not in any thematic, well, in thematic ways, I guess, but not in any other way. But like, it reminds me of Jaws. And I know you haven't seen Jaws, and I always
Mm,
rave on about it, but the way it's just such a, it's really simple. Like in Jaws, you've just got, there's a man, people get eaten by sharks, they got to kill the shark. In the same vein, this is, they're in space, alien gets on board, they got to kill the alien. Like,
mm,
it's just really simple plot, but everything about it is just so well
mm,
done. Like, it's truckers in space, isn't it? It's so grungy, and it's sort of steampunk-esque almost, like with all the greebling on the ships, and it's just so, it's like really dirty as well, like nothing's clean. I
yeah.
just love the, like the world it's in, the atmosphere, and yeah, it's so well like crafted, and it's interesting to see the development, because then obviously, yeah, you have Aliens, which is a James Cameron film,
Mm.
which you also watched. So go on, tell us about that.
Yeah, just about Alien as well. Sorry, with your connection to Jaws, I would say the restraint that they both have in only showing the xenomorph, like, and only
Mm,
showing the great white in like the last 20, 25 minutes is really
yeah,
impressive as well. That's something that perhaps A Quiet Place Day One, as much as I love that film,
could
you
have
don't
done
you don't
with.
have that
Yeah,
suspense. But yeah,
yeah,
um,
totally.
yeah, Aliens. So on Letterboxd, I gave it 4.5. Again, I don't want to flat out give them 5 stars because I just think it's um very high praise, and I think as I've only just seen them, I can't quite go all in, like
Yeah, need to
swinging.
watch all of the OG original films, and all the Spielbergs and all of
Yeah,
these films, and then you can make a decision on what ones to give a five.
I need to watch every film ever, and then I can finally give something 5 star. Although I think I gave Challenges 5 star. I could be wrong. Let me double check. Actually, hang on. That'd be quite funny if I'd given that more because I bet that will. No, I gave that 4.5 as well. Okay, so Challenges for me is the same level as Aliens, but anyway, we get that in the neck. Aliens, I thought was really interesting. So, for context, I watched this one the morning after, so I didn't have that same spooky vibe, but I found it to be uh, less scary. But
Mm,
I think, as every sequel should do, it builds on the world incredibly well.
yeah.
Um, James Cameron adding in this group of army blokes that are just going in like, oh, we're just going to shield up the xenomorphs, it'll be fine. Yeah, like
Yeah. It's very
we're taking
Avatar.
Sigourney Weaver.
It's very James Cameron, like
It
straight up.
is.
It's so much like Terminator 2, which I think you also haven't watched, but you'll watch Terminator 2 eventually, and you'll be like, my God, it's
Mm,
just the stylisticness of it, and the attitude in it is like,
mm.
yeah, this is just a Terminator film.
I think I messaged you about it. Like James Cameron loves his like, okay, troops falling,
Yeah,
you're not in Kansas anymore. Like
literally.
I love those moments, and he does them very well, cliched as they are. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think Aliens is so much fun. I did find the plot to be a little bit confusing because I thought that when they locked themselves into the base on that planet, I thought they locked themselves out, but they locked themselves it. I think I was like looking at my phone or something. I was a bit distracted watching it, if I'm honest. But that aside, I had a really good time. I think for the most part, it's just sort of fun, shoot 'em up. Like it's an action movie. I wouldn't class it as a horror at all, like you say. Um, although I think the first one was probably
I
maybe
think the
better
first one
made.
is a better film, but number
Mm,
two is more fun and more engaging, I think, potentially.
yeah, yeah. It's kind of splitting hairs between the two, and I don't. Maybe I should drop it down to 4 as well, just so they're equal, or bump the other one up to 4.5. But yeah, I had a really good time. I think it was so much fun. As I say, loved the army and the guns coming in. Like what a stupid but brilliant
It's the
idea.
next step, though, isn't it? It's clever. Like You're right. We've done Alien. We've done one Alien. So now let's do a shit ton of them and guns to kill them. Like it's the automatic development, isn't it? Evolution of the
Mm.
plot. So it's a good choice. I do like it.
Stakes are higher, obviously. There's more than one xenomorph. There's the Queen, which was disgusting. I hated
Mhm.
that thing. Really horrid when it's like just dropping the eggs out. Horrid. Um, I also love the inclusion of that little girl as well. I thought she
Mm.
was a really good addition. Some good child acting as well.
Which
Gave
is rare to
Sigourney
come
Weaver's
by.
character, gave Ripley more to do, I
Yeah,
think.
a bit of purpose almost. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was aware that there was a deleted scene which I watched on YouTube. I had read before. I can't believe they cut this out of the theatrical. I was reading someone else's review on Letterboxd. I was like, oh, okay, I will watch that sort of where it should be in the film. And I took a break and watched that clip where she's talking to that slimy guy from the company. Let me just get the actor's name. Uh, the guy played by Paul Reiser, Carter,
Yeah, Paul
yeah,
Reiser.
Carter
Yeah, yeah.
Burke. I liked him at the start, but not at the
Yeah,
end.
he's so likable at the beginning.
It's
You're
the
like, oh,
fact that he
he's
literally
on her
says he's
side.
like, I'm from the company, but don't let that scare you. I'm just a normal guy. Like, no, you're not, you liar. How
Go
dare
off on
you?
whaling you, Tony. You little... Yeah.
When he locked them out and stuff. Oh, horrid. Bill Paxton was in it. That was fun. I just thought it was good and giving her the motivation that she's lost her daughter and sort of sees her daughter in this girl that she finds. Is it Rebecca Jordan, right? Or the Newt?
Mm.
Is it Newt? Yeah, she's great. I thought that was a really nice dynamic to add in as well. I've heard mixed things about everything else since then. So is it
So
worth me
yeah,
continuing with the
I'll
franchise
run
or?
through it. Personally, I think you should. I think three is fine. Um, I do think three is fine, but by no means as good as the first two. Resurrection is not great, but I think it's worth watching it to stick through, and then you'll get onto Prometheus, which some people love. Some
Mm,
people are like Prometheus is the best one for world building, and the best film, and other people don't like Prometheus just because it's so sort of different. But it is Ridley Scott, so I would recommend carrying on the journey.
mm.
Are you gonna
What's that? Is
watch
that
Romulus?
2012?
So Prometheus is about 2012, 2014, and then we had Alien Covenant, which is the sequel to Prometheus. And
Like
that was like
2017 or something?
2017, 18. Are you gonna go watch Romulus at the cinema? Because this will depend how I review it.
As in like going into spoilers or not? I don't
Not spoilers, but yeah,
because
I
I
mean, I'm
know
tempted.
the thing that happens at the end that like leads on to the fourth act, so I know that. But beyond that, I don't know the fate of the characters at all. So I'm in two minds about it. I probably will catch it, maybe not in the cinema though,
Okay.
unless
I
your review
will.
persuades me.
Yeah, I think well, I'll do it now. Well, let's go for it. I think you should go see it at the cinema.
Okay.
It's really not that bad. It's as scary as the first one.
Okay.
I don't think it's very scary at all. You know, if anything, I think there's more jump scares in the first one than there is in this.
Sorry,
Which
I
was
forgot
to
to
my
say
shock.
there's one jump scare where you could obviously tell it's just a bloke in a
Bloke in
suit
a
and he goes
suit,
like
yeah.
and he does like jazz hands. Yeah.
Ah.
That sorry, I forgot to say as well. You know that great scene in Jurassic Park where Ellie Sattler has to go and turn on the electricity for the park?
Yeah.
It's like that scene
It's
when
that.
it's
Yeah,
that, but for a
yeah.
whole film. And that's what sorry,
Yeah.
yeah, so there's Mission Impossible. I think that was inspired by this. I think um that Jurassic Park was inspired and so many things, yeah.
Yeah,
Carry
that's
on.
so true. And when they kick out the alien of the air vent at the end, it's so clearly a bloke in a suit as well.
Yeah.
It's not great. It's aged. Yeah, Alien Romulus. I really do recommend it. I think you would like it. You like the first one, so you'll love this because this is the most direct sequel to that film you've ever seen, which is
Mm.
so cool because it's how many years later are we? Cool. So like 45 years later, and we've got a good sequel. Um, what I will say is that the acting, it's a really small cast. I think it's slightly smaller than the first Alien.
Mm.
Obviously we've got Kaylee Spaney as Rain. She's the main one. She's the Ripley basically. And she is great. Kaylee Spaney, you would have seen her in what was she in? She was in Priscilla. Was she in Civil War as well?
Yeah. Yeah, it's that
Yeah, so
young
that's
photographer.
yeah. So I would say from the things I've seen her in, this is the best she's at.
Okay.
Really great. And then also the other notable character is David Johnson. And the only thing I've seen him in is Rye Lane. Um,
Do you know, I didn't even recognize him from Rye Lane in the
yeah,
trailer because I saw I think a BBC or it might be an ITV show that he did last year, on around Easter time. It's an Agatha Christie adaptation, and he played the lead in that. And that's what I recognized him from when I saw him in the trailer. I was like, oh, it's
mm,
that guy. He was good in that. And then I made the connection. Oh my God, it's Rye Lane. And he plays two
yeah,
completely different characters.
yeah. He is hands down phenomenal. Like
Amazing.
you find it out in the first minute, so it's no spoiler. He plays a sentient, he plays an android,
Yeah.
um, and his acting is out of this world. He is like stiff and awkward and wooden, but charming. And then I'll say it again, it's not really a spoiler. Quite early on in the film, he learns some new information, some new programming, and his whole persona shifts in a second.
Mm.
And the acting on it is so clever. Like his posture, his the way he talks, everything about it. And then he once again he loses that information at one point and goes back to being the old one. I can't use words to explain how clever and how great of an actor he is. He is the standout in this film for sure.
Mm.
This is like actors have roll call or not roll call, so they have like portfolios, don't they? They send off 10-minute clips of them. He could just send all of his scenes in this film to any film he's applying for, and they'd be like, "Oh my God, this guy can act. He is
Yeah.
so good. I cannot big him up enough."
That's brilliant. I like that he's got that triple. Like, if I see Alien Romulus, I'll have three like brilliant performances from him. I
Yeah,
think he's definitely one to watch.
yeah. Rye Lane went so under the radar as well, didn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, he was
Um,
good. He was good in that.
I won't spoil this because I think you'll get a lovely surprise when you do watch this. But there's a deep fake character in here from
Oh
the
no.
OG
Okay.
film. Yeah, but it's pretty good.
Okay.
It's pretty good. Bit interesting on the royalty side because they're not credited in the credits at all. So that is a bit sticky if you ask me. Wondering if they got paid to have their likeness put in the film or not.
Mm.
But they're not in the credits, and they're a huge part of this film. They're basically the second sort of character, almost third character, basically.
Mm.
But the deep faking is pretty good. It's on par with the Luke from Mando, so
Okay.
pretty good. Um, yeah, there's loads of references to OG Alien. There's a reference to Aliens. There's even some Prometheus in here. So they go through the whole film series and reference the bits, and it does tie it together in a nice way, which is really fun. I will say my only complaint is that it's a little too dark. Not in thematic ways, in someone needs to turn on a light kind of way.
Mm.
It's a little dark at points, and I don't know if potentially I was sat in the middle of a row and I had a light directly above me. And I
Mm.
don't know if maybe that was affecting my vision a slight bit. And if I was maybe further forward and I couldn't see the light above me, I might have been able to see it better. But I do think it was a little dark, and it's super shaky cam. But I mean that works for this kind of film, doesn't it? Yeah. So you said you've seen the third act or the fourth act, I should say. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen like a 40-second clip.
Yeah.
I think
I
we'll avoid spoilers for this, but I
yeah.
mean, I don't know how I feel
It,
about it, to
it
be honest.
it really is a fourth act. I will say that. The film ends, and you think, "Oh my God, oh yeah, she's done it. Oh great!
Mm.
Like they're gonna punch it, Chewie, and go off into space or whatever." And then an alarm goes, and you're like, "What the? Oh my
Mm.
God!" I personally loved it.
Okay.
Um, I think it's good. I think it ties around. It ties in Prometheus a bit. It ties in the other film a bit. I think it's fun. I think it's campy. It is campy, and I actually think the creature, let's say, is terrifying. I think it is properly scary. I do think it's scarier than the xenomorph. Like
Mm.
it's uncanny. I think is probably the thing. It's uncanny valley, so it becomes really creepy. But yeah, I loved it. I thought that was a proper top. It was a good film. It's the most fun I've had in a movie in a while, I'd say. And then that kicks in, and I was like, my God, this is my alien film.
Yeah.
It was great. It was really good fun.
Where would you rank it amongst the others?
Definitely the third best Alien film. I've only seen I've I've seen Resurrection, but hardly. So I can't really recall it. But I've seen all the others. And this is easily the third best. In my opinion, it goes Alien, Aliens, Romulus. And I think that's what most people are saying, to be honest. So I'd so recommend you going to see it, mate. You'd be all right seeing it in the cinema. It's not that scary. The creature that you're aware of, it's a freaky design, but it's by no means jumpy
Mm,
or scary, any that kind of scary. Um, yeah, the seeing this in the cinema is a cool experience. It's sort of made for it. So since you've seen the first two, if you go see this interquel with our new term, I think you should think about it, mate. I think you'd love it.
mm. Yeah, I've been toing and froing about it because I was looking at the screenings today. I was like, oh, have I got time to go before the recording? Probably not. But
I do,
yeah,
yeah. Try and see it. Go on, yeah. And what you've said about the first two is made me go, oh yeah, you'll love this. Like everything you've said is like,
yeah.
yeah, you'll love
Maybe
this.
I'll go for a daytime showing just so I have the nice, well,
Good
in
shout.
theory, the
Yeah.
sun to come out to. But I mean,
Yeah, look at that window right
yeah.
now. One thing I will say as well with the music is there's a hell of a lot of Star Wars motifs in here, I think. The
Okay.
music at the beginning literally sounds like you're panning down to Tatooine. I don't know if it was on purpose. I imagine it was, but really, really cool, like little like motifs. And then when Star Wars does that sort of like twinkly sound with their
Mm.
soundtracks, it's got a lot of that in. Really cool.
A lot of wonderment.
And Fede Alvarez is saying he wants to do a number two. So from
TMI,
previous
but okay. Oh, you mean a second film? Yeah, right.
I
Low
mean,
hanging fruit
you
there.
might want to after you've watched this film.
Yeah. Get that on the poster.
No, absolutely. Phenomenal film. I'd easily give it a 4.5. I think I gave it a 4.5 on Letterboxd. So yeah, I do
Damn.
recommend it, dude. If you go see it and you'll see this deep fake character and see the final creature in full action, you'll be like, yeah, this is cool.
I've been thinking actually, should we plug our letterboxd accounts?
Damn, that's a good idea.
I don't know if we've ever done this before. Maybe we should do
No,
it on
never
the
done that.
on the socials as well. I don't even know if I have you. This will be fun to find out.
No, I think you do.
I hope so. Be
Or
awkward if we
maybe I've
don't.
I've got you because I always see yours pop up.
I update it a lot. I watched
Well, yeah,
Beetlejuice this week as well. That was
yeah,
good
that was
fun.
fun. That's another one to tick off the list of like classics you need to get through.
Yeah, we'll talk about that nearer when the new film comes out in a couple weeks'
Yeah,
time. But let me check it. So my profile is just Adam Barlow, all
nice,
one,
nice and simple.
one thing.
Mine's Alfred L. Walker, so that's what all my social media is. So yeah, go follow me. We'll do some little send our little reviews up there. Adam's are usually quite funny too. So
I don't have you.
no, that's criminal, mate.
I've just added you. That's really bad. We've been doing a film podcast for 8 months. And I've only well,
Oh
I've got
yeah,
you now.
notification.
There we
What are
go.
your top four? While we're here, little tangent. We haven't got long left, but we
We
can do
did,
it.
yeah, we did this in the first episode. This is a
What
callback.
are your top fours on there?
Mine have changed. So I've got Return of the Jedi.
Nice.
I've got Jurassic Park. I've got Avengers Infinity War, which is, it feels dirty putting that there, but I'm sorry. And I've got The Holdovers.
Nice. That has changed. You've added holdovers in there, haven't you?
I think I should switch out Infinity War because I've got two blockbusters there. I've got a modern one there. I think it needs just to have it balanced. I need some,
Some nuanced.
yeah, some intelligent, well-renowned, yeah, well-renowned classic. But
Mine on there are Jaws, Inglorious Bastards, Jurassic Park, and Hellraiser. I could
mm,
do with updating mine though. I think I might go away and update them.
it's really difficult. Yeah, it's
Four
impossible to get
is,
right, isn't it?
yeah, it's I feel like five would be a bit more generous, but
Mm, I need to probably sit down and think about that. Shall we end with a question?
yeah, I
Got a
love it.
question
Let's
this
go
week.
for it.
A bit of a left turn from Alien. I'm not going to lie, but Josh, a different Josh to the regular Josh, Josh number two has asked, bit of a tricky one, bit of a strange one. Which biopic of a musician do you enjoy more than the musician's music?
What a cool question.
I like that. Unique question, a difficult
Yeah,
one.
that is
So
that is different.
I've
Yeah.
put you on the spot, but during our break when I was cutting up fajitas, sorry, cutting up pepper for fajitas, I was thinking about it and I couldn't really come up with an answer. But I'm gonna go with a cheat answer, and I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with The Greatest Showman. Now, hear me out. I know that's not a biopic,
Adam, what the
but
hell?
P.T. Barnum, factually, historically, was a dick. Okay, but in the film, Mr. Hugh Jackman, he's a lovely man, lovely, lovely man.
Lovely little man.
So I prefer
No.
the film of Hugh Jackman's P.T. Barnum.
I'm sure that's just the answer Josh was looking for.
Yeah,
If I had to choose, I'm trying to think here. What ones have we had? We've had Elton John, we've had Queen, we've had um
Whitney Houston,
Whitney Houston, Amy Winehouse. We've had
Weird Al Yankovic.
yeah, I haven't watched that. Have you watched it?
No, no. Is it Daniel Radcliffe's in that, isn't he?
Yeah, it is Daniel Radcliffe. The weirdest casting ever. Let me just have a look, see if
Maybe
there's
that's a
anything
good
else.
shout. Not that I've seen it, but I imagine I'll enjoy the film of that music more than I'd enjoy listening to the music on a regular basis. Maybe that's a safe bet.
The I've seen clips of it on TikTok and it's a wild, weird film.
Yeah.
Um, we had the Elvis one as well. I'm not
It's a
gonna
weird
lie,
one.
I
I
do
think
like
in
the Elvis. Yeah.
inherently you have to be a pretty good artist to warrant a biopic. I don't maybe Kneecap, which I saw the other week, because I wouldn't listen to their music
That's a good shout. I like that.
necessarily, but I liked their music in this film, but it's not like I'm going to seek it out and go through the effort of buying a DVD. Sorry, Kneecap, if you're listening. Love the film, but I I don't personally listen to rap all that much, but their biopic's great. So
Greatest Showman, when you type in musician biopics, The Greatest Showman generally comes up.
exactly. I've done
Yeah.
yeah, I did the research. I told you. I was in
Yeah.
one hand cutting peppers and the other hand looking at P.T. Barnum. Who said men can't double task?
This is a bit of a
He
tangent
says
with five
as he
minutes
mumbles his
left.
words as I look at my phone.
It's a bit of a tangent, but are you looking forward to the Beatles one where they're doing 4 films in 4 years, each from a
Yeah,
different Beatles opinion?
I think
And it's by Sam Mendes as well.
I don't know if we've probably mentioned this on the podcast. I'm sure we did in passing or something, but I mean, I guess so. Uh, I mean, the rumored casting was pretty good. It was like Harris
Yeah,
Dickinson was in there.
Harris Dickinson. We had Barry Keoghan as Ringo Starr, Paul Mescal as Paul McCartney. I won't lie, I love Paul Mescal and I'm a huge Paul McCartney fan. So that's kind of a great casting for me. But
Hmm. You know who they
yeah.
should get to do them is Peter Serafinovich, Simon Pegg. They could get
Have, have you seen the? I don't even know what film it's from, but there is a piss take one where Jack Black plays like John Lennon and stuff,
yeah,
and they're
yeah.
sitting around a
Paul Rudd's in there as
campfire.
well. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm the leader of the Beatles. I keep watching the Peter Serafinovich show, and every clip that he does of that is so good.
Yeah,
It's
it's great.
it's like the one where I can't remember which Beatles it is. I think it's John Lennon writing Imagine, and I think Ringo listening to it, and he's getting annoyed because it's
It's
so
actually just a
big-headed.
pile of shit. Yeah,
Yeah. And John starts singing like, "I was the best one of the Beatles," and then Ringo's like, "When I heard that, I was bloody furious." It's so good.
But we found out today that Adam hasn't watched the Fast Show,
Mm.
which I was devastated by. It's mine and my dad's favorite, and the fact you haven't seen it is a
I asked my
crime.
I asked my dad about it because I know he sort of be into that kind of thing, and he said that he really liked it. So actually, it's a
Oh,
failure.
amazing.
It's a failure on his parenting for not
And
showing
his
me that.
parenting, yeah. So I'm gonna inundate Adam with videos, sent YouTube
Yeah,
links
please
so he
do.
can watch clips. But the good thing about it is all the sketches are like a minute long because it's just pips between them
Mm.
for the half
Even
hours.
shorter than Tom Cruise, which is great.
Even John. Right, should we wrap up this mess, mate?
Yeah, I was just going to say the one clip that my dad did show me is of the suits you one, which was
Yeah.
good. I
Ooh,
like that.
suit you, sir.
That was good fun. Anyway, thank you very much for listening to Movie on episode 29. Next week, as we've said, new logo, stay in tune with us on the socials. Don't get confused by the logo changes. It will still be us,
Yeah,
still the
it's
same
still
format.
us. We haven't signed up to an agency or a talent group or anything like
No,
that.
I
Not yet.
wish.
You can email in if you've got any questions, any queries, anything you want to say to us, any reviews for us to read out, any kind of social interaction would be great for us. That's movieonuppod@gmail.com.
Brilliant. And then our socials, Instagram is at Movie On Up, and TikTok is also Movie On Up. Nice
Nice.
and neat. There we go. We've got some
That's
clips coming out. We're editing more stuff each day, and hopefully a trailer on the way pretty soon as well.
yeah, a little bit of interaction to keep you going. Next week, I think we're going to be reviewing. There's
There's a
not much. I did have a check. Is there The
there's a
Crow?
few
That one's
short,
out.
yeah. The Crow, Blink Twice, which is the directorial debut for Zoe Kravitz,
All right. Okay.
um,
Interesting.
starring her boyfriend slash maybe husband Channing Tatum, who has been in a lot recently.
Mm.
Looking forward to that one. I think it's got good
He's a
reviews so
he's a
far.
little diamond. He is. He's great in stuff he's in. He's always good,
He is.
but
He
never
is.
gets a huge role.
And then Kneecap also comes out this week. So if you haven't seen that,
Ah,
check that out.
nice. So yeah, there we go. Thank you for listening. Like we said, keep in the loop. Follow us on the socials. You can now listen on YouTube as well. And soon we'll be up on Apple Podcasts, hopefully too. But thank you for listening. Hope you enjoyed our reviews.
See you soon. Have a good week.